Talk about the honor of representing your country. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. It's been a really long road to try to get here. You know, it's been a really long road. So more than anything else, I'm really relieved that I'm finally on the team. It's something that I've been trying to do for years, and I'm really happy just to be representing the USA.
Has it hit you yet?
Oh yeah, it's hit me for sure. But I mean, the first step is to make the team. After that is to go to the games and do something good. So I'm more so relieved that I'm on the team than anything, and I'm just prepared to get ready to go to Birmingham training camp and then to London to compete. You know, because that's what the whole thing's about.
How long has Olympics been something that was on your radar?
When I started throwing discus in high school, probably after 2 years, I was set. I was wanting to do it. So by the time I was 17 years old, I wanted to be an Olympic level discus thrower. But it probably wasn't until I was, 25 that I actually knew that I could get it done.
You feel like you've been working how special has it been because you've been working so long for this?
I don't even know if I have words to describe that because, I mean, I've been throwing discus, more than half of my life. And so really, I don't even have a word to describe how good it feels because of the fact that this is what I put most of my energy and time and effort into getting done. So it's one of those things I'll definitely look back on in the future, and I'll probably have a better word for you, but I don't really have one right now.
What kind of nerves, what kind of excitement is there leading up in this next month, less than a month, I guess?
I'm really anxious for it because it's something that I've looked forward to. Going through the trials is probably the most nerve-wracking thing that you can do because you know that you're in the position to make the team, but you've actually got to go and get it done at that time on that day. Going into the Olympics is a little bit different situation. I mean, obviously you've got to get the job done competing, but you're finally at the point where you have the opportunity to actually do something major. The 2 times before I was at the trials, I was one time I was a little bit young. The second time I was injured and I had a whole lot of things going on in my life at the time that really wouldn't let me get it done. So I'm really excited about going to London and getting my preparation in there because it's something I've been looking forward to my whole career.
Do you know where you're standing in the world right now?
Well, track and field rankings are kind of an interesting thing. Distance-wise, my ranking is not extremely high, but I was ranked #1 in the U.S. through 2011, and maybe I'll be ranked there this year too. What's most important is what you can perform on that day. So right now, there's probably about 35, 40 guys who think that they have a shot at being in the final, and there's probably about 20 that actually think that they can get a medal, including me. And all of them have thrown at those distances. The thing that's important is what you do when you get there. So right now, I'm showing up at the Olympic Games just like everybody else, trying to get one of those medals.
Is that the goal? What is the goal for you?
Yeah, I like to throw over 65 meters, which if I throw over 65.28, that'll be my PR. So over 213 to 15 feet in the games. If I can do that at the games, I'd be fairly happy with that. My original goal coming into the year was to throw a little bit farther than that at the games. But minimally, if I do that, I'm going to, be in very good position. That's what history shows.
When's the last time you threw 65?
I threw 65 meters here at the Tech meet in April. And then I've thrown several meets just under it since then.
How have you balanced the last few years training at such a high level with holding down a job?
It's extremely difficult. I mean, track and field is one of those sports where we're all competing. Very few people can make a full-time living at track and field. So you have to be able to do something else fairly well in order to be able to survive in the business. So for me, it's been really important to be able to work, to be able to provide for my family, as well as being able to train at least well enough to be able to compete with the top guys in the world. Because there's some of the top guys in the world don't work, and they're 100% funded by their federations. So for me, that's been a big key to my success, and that's something I'm sure I'll continue to do the rest of my career.
Talk about just putting on the stars and stripes and walking in the opening ceremonies and what that'll mean for you.
Well, I'm lucky because a lot of the athletes that are competing in the games, at the beginning of the games are not going to really have a chance to walk in the ceremonies because it takes a lot out of you You know, it's a long event. You're on your feet for 6-8 hours. It's a big deal, but at the same time, you got to go get the job done. So for me, I'm lucky because my competition is, you know, like 10 days after the actual ceremony. So I'm going to go in there, have a great time. I already got fitted for my, you know, ceremony gear, Ralph Lauren and all that. And so, you know, I'm going to enjoy it. And because, you know, that's one of those things that you might not ever get a chance to do again.
You got family and friends going with you?
I got my wife coming. You know, we've been trying to get some money together for her to go, because one of the things that we initially with track and field, swimming, gymnastics, kind of all in the same pocket, you make the team at the very last moment. So when you make the team, then you have to make plans of what you're going to do, because you can't really make a lot of plans before that. But she's planning to come over. My son's going to stay here with our family, but she's going to come to London and support me for sure.
Talk about